To start with, I have come across on a YouTube video in which the person goes around public places such as malls, parks, and airports to test the diamonds worn by various individuals, whether it's their necklace, ring, or bracelet. I don't know if you have come across with this as well. Some are proud that they're wearing real diamonds, and some become critical of the vlogger when he revealed that they're wearing fake. Diamond is the hardest known natural substance. It is also chemically resistant and has the highest thermal conductivity of any natural material. While watching the video, it made me think, why does the authenticity of a diamond matter? The value of a diamond goes all the way back to the time when these beautiful stones were first found. Thousands of years ago, these stones were found in the south of India. For hundreds of years, India was a leader in producing diamonds. Later on, diamonds were discovered in Brazil, South Africa, Venezuela, Russia, and Australia. Now, the world leader of diamond production is in South Africa. Diamonds are issued with a unique inscription that corresponds with the certificate of authenticity. The inscription is made by using a very fine laser onto the girdle of the diamond, which can only be seen using a gemological microscope. Well, how did diamond earn its image? Until the 15th century, kings were the only ones allowed to wear diamonds as it was considered to be a symbol of strength and courage. Those who wore diamonds were thought to be invincible. Over the years, the diamond has become better known as the ultimate gift of love. Today, a diamond's value is typically measured by putting it to test of the four C's, which are color, clarity, cut, and carat. As a very precious stone, diamonds undergo an intricate process. The conditions surrounding how diamonds are formed are very precise and intense. A diamond needs a very high temperature and strong pressure in order to metamorphose from its basic carbon form into the gem we see in jewelry all over the world. Under the duress of approximately 725,000 pounds per square inch and at temperatures of over 1093 degrees Celsius, a diamond will begin to form. The carbon atoms bond together to form crystals under this high pressure and temperature. Each carbon atom bonds with four other carbon atoms, creating the diamond's renowned strength as the world's hardest substance. In the module, you have met Miss Bernadette Sanchez, a young geologist. She shared her fond memories of being a student of geology back then and how fun it was for her to make the whole Earth her laboratory. According to her, most of the time, geology is far down the list of disciplines that any first year college student might think to study, and the field doesn't even cross their mind before they graduate. Few disciplines in today's world play such a significant role in how society operates and what we can do to protect our future. Few fields or study can play such a profound role in protecting people's lives on a daily basis, whether you realize it or not. And few can bring together so many disparate ideas from sciences to social sciences to humanities to the arts, like the study of the earth can. Since we are talking about the career of being a geologist, let us widen our horizon on this topic by introducing to you this session's Chalk Talks. This afternoon, we have Miss Hazel Chumacera, a registered psychometrician and a practicing guidance counselor from Human Resource Department of St. Paul University, Quezon City. She will be sharing with us this afternoon things about the formation of her habits, the values that students need as a future contributing workforce of the country, and what it means to defy social dictations on your choice of career. My dear learners, welcome to our Chalk Talks.
Welcome to Chalk Talks, transcending science topics that really matter. From talks about science content vlogs to social issues to prepare you for a career ahead of you. All relevant for you and the generations we are in. Here, We will relate and make sense of our earth and life science discussions to more conscious, more exciting, and more inspiring interviews from people who are scholars, experts of their fields, student leaders, and media personalities. Chalk Talks, transcending science lessons to what really matters.
Thank you, Miss Hazel, for joining us this afternoon on our career corner. Well, I have a few questions for you. Okay. The first thing is, how do our habits influence our decisions?
Okay, habits. Your habits show the world your unique identity. However, sometimes people forget that your habits have an impact on the success of your life. So it is important to know your habits which may influence your achievements, your recognitions. But how do the habits work? According to the book The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, there are three-step process that makes up a habit loop. So this is the cue, routine, and the reward. The cue acts as a trigger or signal that tells us to engage in a particular activity, emotion, or behavior. And the activity or behavior that we engage in is the routine. And the feeling that we receive as a result is the reward. It could be beneficial or not. So when the reward is remembered by our memory, it will receive the cue. So we are automatically thinking of the result while we are engaging in a behavior or activity. For an instance, if you want to become an architect, I think you can identify the routines by doing drawing, doing sketches, doing plays, and etc. Then you will look at the rewards. Then do the experiment as you receive the desired or pleasant reward. Hence, you must improve your habit by identifying the routines so you want to participate in. Pay attention to, experiment the rewards, and create a plan as you go forward. In psychology, the habits implicates that if you used to do your habits, such as your talents and skills, it will become your values. Then, if you value your talents and skills, it will become your future. So it means the success is in your hands.
I would just like to emphasize what you have said, that our habits will become our value systems, the things that we value, and the things that we value shall determine our way of success. Right? Well, that's very enlightening, no? The second thing is, for example, I'm a student and then I came from a family, for example, of lawyers. Okay? However, I wanted to be a filmmaker, for example. Well, for students, why is it okay? Why is it fine to break the stereotypes, maybe dictated by our society, by our family? Why is it fine, Miss Hazel?
For millennials and Gen Z, I think it is the new trend. And to know more about yourself in terms of career, I think there are factors that you must take into consideration because as a counselor and career advocate, um, I do consider these three factors. First is the values. First, values play a significant role in our life because it motivates your growth. So it could be your personal, family, and work values. Next is your interest and personality. So according to career typology theory by John Holland, he developed the personality categories of REASEC. REASEC stands for realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. It only implicates that your interests and personality characteristic must be congruent or match to your personal preference to your job characteristics. So your personal and your work preference. It must be matched. And lastly, your skills. It is broad because it pertains to your talents, strengths, and abilities. So it is also possible to measure through aptitude tests and career counseling. Then the results will be analyzed, then matched with job factors. So it's also the same. Your skills must be suited to your professional skill.
Picking up from what you have said, Ma'am Hazel, no, this generation, right, the students that we really have today, the students that I am teaching
Hmm.
now, are really the generation that I cannot really say that they break the rules. However, they really stood up, right? They really stood up for what they want and for what they really believe in, right? And then
Yes.
next, Ma'am Hazel, what are some of the values that I can learn today that can help me excel on my future work, whether it will be in geology, in business, in liberal arts? What do you think are the let's say top three most important values that I should manifest or learn?
Okay, I think it will be challenging for us millennials and for the Gen Z as well because of our dynamic personality. The workforce is expecting and demanding from us in the new world of work. So I think I attended a seminar last year about the new world of work in terms of the survey of work ethics from our human resource department here in the Philippines. So I think the top three is being optimistic. Having a positive attitude creates an environment of goodwill and provides a positive role model to others. Also, employers seek employees who take the initiative and have the motivation to get the job done in a reasonable period of time. And it is because of your positive attitude. And the next one is dependability and responsibility. I think it goes between the two because they always interrelated in terms of work. Okay, so I think it denotes that you appreciate your job by performing well with honesty and integrity. Employers value the employees who come to work on time when they are supposed to be and be responsible for their actions and behavior. And the top one, I think, is the ethics, strong work ethics. It means learning the most efficient way to complete the task and finding ways to save time while completing your daily assignments. It is also important to care about your job and complete all the projects while maintaining a positive attitude. And that is the most requested by the HR, positive attitude. And employers value the employees who understand and possess a willingness to work hard and to work smart. So I think that's it.
Just like to emphasize what you have said. Really, the strong work
Ethics.
ethics, right? It doesn't really mean that you can work hard all day, right?
No, it
But
doesn't necessarily.
yes, right?
Mm,
But it means that, having the proper mindset, right?
yes.
To finish your tasks effectively and efficiently, right? That's working smart and always working on time. Well, thank you so much, Ma'am Hazel, for this
Thank you.
opportunity to be with you this afternoon. Your talk is, although it is quite short, of course, it is very rich and meaningful, right? I'm sure our grade 11 students will appreciate what you have said, and they will reflect what are the values that I have today, right? That can help me be successful in the future. Thank you, Ma'am Hazel, so
Thank
much.
you.
All right. I'm sure you have learned a lot and realized some things after Miss Hazel explained how our decisions are influenced by our habits. Why is it totally okay to break stereotypes? The values that you can learn today that can help you be successful in the future, whether you take up geology, architecture, engineering, politics, business. At this point, I shall leave you with the scripture Galatians chapter 6 verse 5 and reflect on this verse. No excuses, being accountable for your own success. How much of your success would you say is up to you? Your choices, your actions, your behaviors, your values, and your habits versus outside conditions. That's it for our day two synchronous session for this week.